Here's one more, and this is the sum of this guy here, and it's a geometric. We can kind of just see that, but let's just go through the process again. -4 divided by 2, 8 divided by -4, -16 divided by 8. If you do all of those, you can see that they're all identical and -2. So there's a common ratio, r equals 2, u of 1 equals 2, and u of n is -256. So I want to find the sum. The sum formula we'll put down here. There. What is the sum formula? I'm writing stuff down, but I'm not too sure. So what do? Let's go back, formula book. Let's just check. It's geometric. Geometric. The sum. There you go. u1 r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1. Okay, let's write that down. S of n is put my pen back on. u1, remember r to the n, but then the minus 1 back down over r minus 1. Fantastic. So we'll need that eventually, but the first one we need is the u of n formula. What was it again? Let me go back and check. For the geometric, the nth term is here. So that's u of n is u1 into r, and this time the n minus 1 is all in the exponent. Alright then. So then let's get on to it. And we're going to use the u of n formula. So u of n, the last term, -256, we get from the first term, which is 2. We multiply it by, oh look at that, I've put -2 for r here, but here I've put +2. So that definitely is a little bit shoddy, isn't it? There you go, -2. So 2 times by -2. Now I'm going to put the r in a bracket here, because that's now to the exponent of n minus 1. So I've got to solve that equation, don't I? And I'm going to reach to NSolve one more time. If you don't want to bother with typing the whole thing in again, you can actually just put your arrows up and grab one of the previous equations you've typed in. I'm going to grab this one, and then left arrow, I'm just going to go and edit it. I don't think it's any quicker for this particular question, but I think it's just a handy hint for general screen management. Okay, and this is 2 starting number. And then in brackets, I'm going to put the -2. Okay, that looks fantastic. And just solve that. Okay, and now we find our first problem using NSolve. So what has happened here? Well, this particular question is a little different, and I'll tell you exactly why it's different. The problem we've got is r here is actually a negative. So you can see that this series kind of oscillates. It switches around from positive to negative to positive to negative. I mean, it's not a problem. You can see that this 256, I'm pretty sure, is going to appear in this series. Then we should be able to add them all together. But the calculator just doesn't like it. The calculator doesn't like when you try and NSolve a negative number with an exponent, and you're trying to solve the exponent. So that's not much good to us, is it? But there is a way around this. Okay, so let me share with you the way around this. So the way around is using the u of n formula again. So u of n is u1 times by r to the n minus 1. And this time I'm going to change the n into an x, and that'll be the clue. Because I'm actually going to type this in as a graph. F of x equals 2 times -2 to the x minus 1. Okay. Now look, the -256 I'm not typing into the function. So this function here is just the rule for generating the nth term. So this rule that I've got here, I'll just highlight it, this rule is the nth term rule. Okay, it literally is just this part. Oop, that's a terrible colour to choose. Let me choose a different colour for this guy here. It's just this rule with the number substituted in and the n as an x. Okay, so how does that help us? Well, let's go over to the calculator. Document, insert, graph. Let's just type in the equation that we've got there. So it's 2 times by, open bracket, -2, close bracket, to the exponent, and this is x minus 1. I've got to put x here because the calculator recognises x's as the inputs. Alright, and I know in the formula it says that it's a bit of an n, but that's okay. So Control G will get me back in. I didn't even enter it, I just deleted it. So let's try it again. 2 times by, where is it? 2 times by negative 2 to the exponent x minus 1. Okay, let's press enter. Okay, and look, this is the reason why the NSolve doesn't work, because the graph is so absolutely crazy. The reason why it's crazy is because, you know, the output numbers here, 2, negative 4, 8, negative 16, oscillates. So this graph is bouncing all the way around, up and down, right? Good news is we don't need the graph, because we do the magic of Control T. You can see we've got a table of values now. Now just look at that table of values. Here's the x number. The first term is 2. The second term is negative 4. The third term is 8. The fourth term is negative 16. Okay, so we did this before when we were looking at sum formulas. We were finding a sum that was greater than 10,000 or something. So the fifth term is 32. So all we've got to do is we've got to keep scrolling down here till we find negative 256. There it is, and look, it's the 8th term. So that's a way of using the calculator to help you if NSolve isn't going to work. And NSolve isn't going to work as soon as you've got a negative value for R. Just doesn't like negatives powered up. I mean, look at the graph, it looks absolutely nuts, doesn't it? All right, so let's go back to the question here now. And so this is actually, using the GDC, we've got n, that's x equals to 8. So now we kind of know that the question is that there are 8 terms now to this particular series. And that's it really. Once we've got the n equals 8, we can go ahead and find the summation using the sum formula. We'll finish it off. The sum of 8 terms is u1 into r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1. So that's u1 r to the 8 minus 1 over r minus 1. Let's go back and have a look. u1 is 2. R is negative 2, keep it in a bracket, to the 8 minus 1 over negative 2 minus 1, and that's S of 8. Get the GDC on the go. I'm actually going to turn off this table and by pressing Control T again. So Control T just kind of toggles the table on and off. But now I'm going to go back to the calculator page, and I'm just going to type in this. I'm going to use the fraction button, which is next to the number 9. On it goes. So 2, open bracket again, negative 2, close the negative 2 bracket, and then exponent 8, and then arrow to the right to bring it down to the same level, and negative 2 minus 1 denominator, total S of 8 equals negative 170. It doesn't sound very much, but if you think about it, the reason why it doesn't sound very much is because, you know, some of the terms are positive, so it's getting big in a positive way, but then you're taking away some values as well. So it's not growing to a massive number because you've got this oscillation, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so I hope that helps. You do really need to know how to use the graphing and table facility as well as the NSolve. NSolve won't work in all situations, and we've just found that out with the geometric series or sequence with R as a negative value.